welcome back. Now, a lobby group representing informal settlement dwellers has raised concern at the slow pace of housing victims displaced by the deadly floods in KZN. Thousands of homes were destroyed, leaving many with nothing. Let's discuss this further now. We're joined by Sbu Zigote from Abahlali Basemjondolo. Thank you very much, Mr. Zigote, for your time here on All Angles. Firstly, just tell me exactly how many people are we talking about here who still haven't received any assistance? Mr. Zigote, I'm not sure if you can hear us. Just to give me a picture of exactly how many people are we looking at who are still complaining about government not coming to their assistance. I think you've muted yourself, Mr. Zigote. If you could just unmute, please.
Yes, well, about 14,000 people are still waiting for government assistance following the promise of the 1 billion rand. It is very unfortunate and disappointing that at least 3 months after the floods, people remain in community halls and other congested areas where they had to live together with their families, relatives, and so on.
Now, tell me, in terms of, their livelihoods, how are they able to actually survive in a hall? A lot of them have complained to some of the reporters that we sent on the ground, for instance, about having to share a toilet, having to share too small a space. So how are they surviving through this?
Well, living in the community halls with a number of people and families in one area is really bringing us to another difficult situation where people could really have some serious health issues as they continue to share same facilities in these community halls and churches. So the situation is very unhealthy and very sad, because we all thought that at least within few weeks after the floods, their situation would have been addressed. And many of the civil society organizations, for instance, who have given aid to these communities have now backed off, because we all thought that by this time government would have intervened and people would have been relocated to better shelters where they can actually carry on with their lives. But unfortunately, government is nowhere to be seen on the ground. People are on their own. They continue to complain that they have been disregarded, completely disregarded. They are not any support that they are receiving at this stage.
So what's the provincial government or the eThekwini government telling you? Because last week or a week ago or so, we had our reporter Manqoba Mchunu at an area, I think it was Umzinyati, where there were people who were being given homes. So what's government telling you? Are they probably just asking you for patience, maybe, as they deal with the many people who were displaced during that time?
Well, the pace of rebuilding people's life is really slowly, and it is very disappointing. Yes, there was a press briefing 3 weeks ago where one community in Reservoir Hills was given a piece of land where the project of building the temporal residential unit began, and we are hoping by end of this month, at least, that's what we were told, that they will be housed. But this is just one particular community amongst many who are still waiting for government support. So the most disappointing part of it is that we are told that the budget, part of the 1 billion rand that was promised, has not yet reached the province. However, the Department of Human Settlement and Public Works in KwaZulu-Natal has reprioritized at least 500 million rand, that's what we are told, to start building temporary residential units for the people who were affected by floods. But I must say that this process is very slow, and it has created hopelessness amongst those who are really living in dire situation.
All right. Thank you very much for speaking to us, Mr. Zigote. Hopefully, all those people will be given homes soon. That was Sbu Zigote from Abahlali Basemjondolo, of course, letting us know that there are many people who were affected by the floods in KZN back in April who still have nowhere to live.